My coworker spent 3 months trying to prove I was faking being deaf. She proved something, just not what she expected. I've been deaf since I was 4, which means I've had roughly 23 years of people deciding my disability is their personal mystery to solve. I'm at my desk 3 weeks into this new job while I watch as my coworker storms into HR with the confidence of someone who just cracked a cold case. She marches back out 20 minutes later, stops at my desk, and announces loud enough for the whole floor to hear, "I know what you're doing." My interpreter signs it to me, her face carefully blank. "You responded when I dropped my coffee mug yesterday," my coworker continues, crossing her arms. "You're faking being deaf or special treatment. The accommodations, the flexible hours, all of it. Just so you know, I reported you." She smiles like she's won something. I stare at her, my heart pounding so hard I can feel it in my throat. If HR believes her, I lose my accommodations. I could lose this job entirely. I've fought for years to get employers to take my needs seriously, and this woman just lit a match under everything. My hands are shaking under my desk, but I keep my face neutral. I've learned that showing fear is like bleeding in shark-infested waters. The next few weeks, my coworker transforms into a scientist, except her hypothesis is stupid and her methods are unhinged. She starts dropping things behind me like she's conducting experiments. Staplers, binders, once a potted plant that does not survive the fall. I feel the vibration sometimes. With the potted plant, a chunk of the vase hit my shoe, so I turn to see what crashed, and she scribbles in a little notebook like she just discovered gravity. Then she recruits allies. Suddenly, half the office watches me like I'm a zoo exhibit. Someone plays a loud video behind me during lunch. I don't hear it, obviously, but I see other heads turning and making disgusted faces, so I know exactly what's happening. My face burns. I want to disappear into the floor, but instead I take a bite of my sandwich and stare straight ahead. I refuse to give them the show they want. HR opens a formal investigation based on her second complaint. She submitted video evidence of me turning around when she called my name across the room. It doesn't matter that you can clearly see my interpreter tapped my shoulder and pointed at her as she called my name. Groundbreaking stuff. My interpreter starts noticing my coworker following us everywhere. To the bathroom, to the parking lot, to the coffee shop across the street. She's like a detective but with zero skills. My interpreter signs. I laugh, but my stomach feels like it's full of rocks. Then my coworker gets physical. I'm heading down the stairwell when she appears behind me and claps her hands next to my ear. I don't hear it, but I feel the air shift and her hand coming near my face out of the corner of my eye. I startle, grabbing the railing as my foot slips. I catch myself one step from tumbling down concrete stairs. She's standing there with her phone out, recording. "Gotcha," she says. I read her lips perfectly. My whole body is shaking, but I don't give her a reaction. I walk away. That night, I can't sleep. I keep seeing those stairs, feeling my foot slip. She could have killed me. The next morning, I walk into the HR rep's office with a folder of my own. Every incident dated, every witness listed, every photo and video my interpreter secretly took. I request a formal investigation and a security footage review. My coworker wants evidence, I'll give her evidence. 3 months later, HR calls a meeting. My coworker walks in like she's about to accept an award, clutching her folder of proof. She spreads photos and videos across the table, narrating each one with the enthusiasm of a true crime podcaster. "This proves she can hear," she concludes, crossing her arms triumphantly. The HR rep nods slowly, then looks directly at her and says, "This meeting isn't about her. This is about you and your intolerable behavior." He pulls up security footage on the conference room screen. Months of it. They made a montage of my coworker dropping things behind me, filming me without consent, following me and my interpreter through the building, digging through my desk while I was in the bathroom. The stairwell incident has 3 angles, including the moment she almost sent me to the hospital. IT also flagged that you accessed confidential medical accommodation files, the HR rep says calmly. That's illegal, a federal violation actually. I watch my coworker's confidence leave her body like a soul exiting in a cartoon. The HR rep continues. "We also received 3 formal complaints from other employees with disabilities." The HR rep closes the folder. "Your employment is terminated effective immediately. Security will escort you out. Our legal team will be in contact regarding the privacy violations." She kept saying, "I was just trying to help," as security led her past my desk. I didn't respond to that either.